Alright guys, so the things that you're going to see in this video is based off our perspective from a Christian point of view. So if you are not Christian, you may not agree with these things, and that's okay. But I just want to preface this discussion saying that these are Christian views and how we live our lives. So if you may not agree, but that's okay. But yeah, let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cherie. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video today. And in today's video, as you can see, I am not by myself. I have my best friend here, my person. I think that all Black women have a tribe of people. You should have a tribe of people of support there for you at all time. So this is my person, a third of that group of tribe member. The two others, shout out to Tiffany and Chardell. But yeah, this is my person, and she's in town, and I literally had to drag her on camera. You guys may see some of the shenanigans in the outtakes because what is happening? So what we're going to be discussing today is she's married. She's married. And she's been married for what, almost 10 years? Next year will be 10 years. So we're going to talk about Black women in marriage, and just, I guess, if you have a desire to be married, or you're already married, you can just get some advice. And if you're single, then you can take that advice as well. But I just wanted to bring her on here to discuss just being Black and married in America. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Wait, did I say her name? Did I say her name?
I have no idea.
Her name is Shanidra, and I call her Nidra. So we're going to get started. All right. So first, what we're going to do is introduction, and she keeps trying to look at the questions. So yeah. All right. How long have we been friends?
We have been friends since high school. I remember you since before preschool, though, because we went to the school in Brentwood together.
That is true.
But we became friends in high school, and I have no idea how we became best friends after that.
I don't know either.
I have no story to say where we connected, but somehow we became best friends, and I still to this day wonder. It's like, nah, she's a wonderful person.
Yeah, we had no origin because I had, for a period of time between high school and college, I had two best friends. Like, and even from elementary school, pre-K, all the way up to high school, I really had a different best friend. Yeah. And so then it just changed, and we don't know when that happened. So yeah. But yeah, we are from the city. We're both from South Carolina. She lives in Maryland now. Of course, I live in North Carolina, so we don't get to see each other as often as we would like. But yeah,
I'm trying to get her to move, but she's very stubborn.
The cost of living. Okay, bye. How would you describe? Well, first, I'm going to describe her personality, and then she's going to describe my personality, because sometimes there's a discrepancy.
But we're still best friends.
And it works. That's the thing. It works. So I think that she's very conservative, very
can you tell in our dress right now?
Yes. So see, like, I'm more open to having my arms out even though it's flat right here. She would never do that. I don't care about that. Yeah, she's just more conservative, more reserved. She's very loyal, very, you can depend on her for whatever. Smart, out of this world smart. I always feel like you should surround yourself with people who are going to uplift you, and people that can be smarter than you. And she's smarter than me, so I like that about her. So, what else? As well, yes, she's definitely gorgeous. That's a given. But yeah, I just think she's very laid back. Okay.
So Cherie is, some of the things she used to describe me, she's extremely loyal. She's very patient, and she treasures friendships. And I think there's something sacred about being friends, being able to share things with each other and not worry about her going to share that with someone else. Like, we do have, she does have a tribe, but I don't concern myself with her telling very personal things to her other friends.
Right.
or her sharing those things with me, and that is not my expectation for her to share those things with me. And even when we were in college, we spent a lot of time together because we were in the same area. We were on the phone a lot with each other, or we went on a trip with each other. But what I appreciate about her in her loyalty is that even after I got married and I had kids, I was kind of MIA. And she shows up at my baby showers. She comes to visit. She came one time and she watched the kids so me and my husband could go out. So she supported me regardless of what walk of life that I am in. She supports my kids. She shares things with me to help me when it comes to teaching them things, and I appreciate that about her. I don't feel stressed when it comes to maintaining a relationship with her because I know she is there. But I have to be careful that I don't take advantage of that either. Knowing she's always be there, she'll be okay, but I treasure her. She is a beautiful woman. She is intelligent, like knowing all. Let me tell you, Cherie didn't know what a router is. She didn't know how to connect to Wi-Fi, and now that she has a YouTube channel, like Jesus is real.
He is.
The name,
yes, Lord.
He is real.
Yes.
So the things that I've seen her accomplish all of these years, she's an amazing person. So it would be a great loss for me not to have her as a friend. She is a jewel, and I'm sure you all know that already.
Well, thank you, sister. Of course. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the questions that are pertaining to marriage. So,
Okay.
So we said she was married for almost 10 years. What were your thoughts about marriage before you got married?
Before I got married, before I met my husband, I think a lot of things I thought about marriage, it was on a superficial level. Like, I was more focused on the man. He needs to be 6'3". He needs to drive a Lexus or something like that. You know, very, very, not even realizing I was being materialistic. He needs to have a good job. He needs to love Jesus. Got to throw that in there. That was important to me. But I wasn't always, knowing that he would have those things to me meant financial stability. And that was important to me too. But when I met my husband, my eyes were open to how shallow that was, and that what I wanted from marriage should be much more deeper. Which is like, I knew that, but that wasn't what I portrayed, or that wasn't what I spoke when I spoke to others about marriage. That he would be the husband, I would be the wife, of course. I would be submissive to him, and that word right there, that word was very difficult, because when I was thinking of submissive, he has rule over all, and I am a yes sir. Yes, sir,
and that's not what submission is.
And so wanting to be married, I still struggled with that because I was independent. Okay, I had good credit, no kids, I was cute, you know. So like, you found something, and now for me to lose that independence, or what I thought of as losing independence, that was kind of a harsh take on what marriage was supposed to be. But I still wanted it because I knew I've seen that in my life, and I liked what I saw, and I also knew what the promises were when it came to marriage in the Bible. I'm like, I want that for my life. I want a family. But initially, I was not ready.
Yeah, I was concerned because she is so independent and so, like, sometimes she could be a little bit controlling. Like, she likes things a certain way, and I have that about me too.
You just said that about me. You just said that.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know if she knows how to be that way. Like me, I feel like I can turn mine on and off, where I don't like being in control. If you're gonna make all the decisions in terms of, I've gotten to the point where I'm tired of being in control all the time. So I definitely was concerned about her being able to relinquish some of that control. So, but like I said, they've been married for almost 10 years. It works.
Yeah, it did.
She is married to a somewhat decent man.
He's awesome.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it works. And they got married very young. Mm-hmm. They were 25. I
was 24 and I would have been 25 later that year.
Very young. Yeah. So, but it works. So, so what are your thoughts about marriage now?
I don't think anything about marriage has changed. I think people have changed. The expectations have changed. We are in a society right now that wants everything quick. Mm-hmm. So We don't want to work through things. We don't want anything to be difficult. Like, think about the number of diets I have tried so far. If it does not work the first day and I have not lost 10 pounds, I'm done. Okay, it did not work and they lied to me. But just being able to be consistent and to work with someone and to exhibit grace and mercy. Like we want this and we want this and we want this, and if they can't give that to us immediately, we are done. And I think that's the problem with our society now. We want everything in a nice little box, ready to go as soon as we say we're ready. And so marriages don't work, or relationships don't work, because people don't want to work through things with each other. Now, there are things where you don't tolerate it, but a lot of times relationships fail because of sex or money, or we just don't respect each other. We don't know how to talk to each other. We are accustomed to texting now. We don't know how to communicate. And so because of that, we fail. So I think marriage has not changed. The people have changed. The expectations have changed.
That's a good answer.
Thank you.
Next question. What is the best part of marriage?
The best part of marriage would be having someone there that I can fully trust and depend on. And I don't have to put on this persona like Facebook, doing it for the book, Instagram. You have to be perfect. Everything that you show has to be in order, but I can be free with Brandon. He knows all of my flaws, and I even say to him, how do you still love me? Because we have a daughter, and she's like me, and she gets on my nerves sometimes.
That is Auntie's baby. You're not going to sit here and talk and say bad things about her.
As much as she frustrates me, I love my baby, but she frustrates me sometimes, and I'm like, how do you deal with me? So to know that someone loves me despite all of my flaws, to know that I can come home and he's there, to know that I can trust him so much that we have the same PIN code for our phones, but I feel no need to go through his phone. If somebody calls, here's your phone, or I answer the phone, to know that I can go through life and I have that support, and to know that he covers me when it comes to our walk in Christ. He prays for me, he challenges me, he can be honest with me as far as where my shortcomings are, and I can accept that from him. Not saying I don't always get offended, but after I get out of my flesh, I can accept that because I know that he loves me. And so just to be able to experience true love, I think that is the ultimate.
Awesome sauce. I think you kind of addressed this a little bit already, but if you want to add more, you can. Like, what is the most challenging part of marriage?
Having to be considerate of somebody else, their feelings, their thoughts, their desires, as she stated, and as he stated earlier this week. I like things to be in order, to go my way, and so to be able to relinquish that, to have to trust someone that even if they go a different, if they do it a different way, it'll still work out. So it's like, okay, Brandon, can you fix food for the kids? And he's giving them cereal and milk when I would have cooked some oatmeal with some eggs and bacon, but the babies are fed and they don't even care. They love cereal and milk. Just being able to trust somebody with your finances, knowing that he, like Brandon right now manages our bills, and I'm like, I don't even know when things are due. Like, Brandon, when does this due? Okay, tell me when I need to pay it.
That's some trust.
But just being able to trust. But that was really, really, really hard for me at first, because my trust was in how much money we had in the bank account. My trust was in how much money could we make. So to trust someone that they would help us, or that we'd be able to stay financially stable, that he would make good decisions concerning our finances. I mean, we'd make the decisions together, but I have to hear him now. Oh, I'm ready to go put lights up in the house, buy the TV console, buy some chairs for their rooms, and I need to buy a new set for upstairs. And he's like, hold up, okay? And so now just almost not having to ask permission, but just to have to make decisions together. That's sometimes hard, because I'm like, I've been good all this time making my decisions by myself, so you just need to get on board and you'll be blessed by my decisions, okay? And so that was hard, just having to trust somebody else, especially with finances, and to consider them in your decision making.
So, what are your thoughts? Oh, first of all, mind your business.
This is my business.
What are your thoughts on the crazy statistics about Black women and them not getting married? If you're not aware, there's like somebody made these up. I don't know where the research came from. I don't know if it was peer reviewed. I don't know if the IRB was approved for this research, but they're saying that more, was it like 40% or 50% of Black women will never get married or something crazy like that. But yeah, that's been the notion for throughout the past, I'll say like at least decade, close to a decade. And she's a married Black woman.
And Sharia and I were talking about this, like talking like we would see a guy, and I was like, oh, what do you think about him? And she's like, nope, not him. Mm-mm. And she's telling me why, and she's like, you've been out of the game too long. I'm like, I have. Like, for you to be able to discern this about these guys, and I'm like, oh, he looks. What about him? He seems like a nice guy.
No, that's trouble.
That is extremely sad because I have a number of friends, intelligent, Black, beautiful women who are not married, and the stories that they tell me about the guys that they encounter, I cannot believe it. But I also think it goes back to our culture now. Everything fast. There is no commitment. It's about feeling good right now, and it's two things. One, I think that some Black men believe that they are the jewel, and they are precious, and they are
from Wakanda.
They are beautiful and they are important, but I think that ego sometimes, they know that I can have the lay of the land and I don't have to commit to anyone. But then I think it also falls back on the woman because she wants to be in a relationship so bad, she allows that type of thing. And so I think on both sides we need to have a standard, and we don't have standards anymore. We allow things to be okay because I want to be in a relationship. I want somebody to be here with me. And so I think, I don't know, that's just extremely sad to me. And for some reason, just because of culture and TV, the Black woman isn't to be desired anymore. When you hear about Black women, they're strong-willed, they're independent, they're nasty, they're always doing this and this. But if you look at, like, we took a bunch of crap, and I think it's okay for a Black woman to say, I'm not taking that crap no more. So if you're not coming, correct, goodbye.
Yes.
But I also think on the woman's side, sometimes we can be so independent or guarded that when there is someone there who's interested, we don't allow them to come in. And yes, we must keep ourselves safe. We must protect ourselves. But sometimes we build walls so high that no one could ever scale them. So I just think that's a sad and disappointing statistic. But I just hope that's not really the case.
Yeah, and I talked about this, and she knows this. I talked about this in counseling with my therapist about being guarded because I've had so many like traumatic things happen to me in terms of relationship in the past where I have developed this wall, several walls, and it's just hard. Like and she knows this. I protect my mental state at all costs now. So that be whether it's friendships.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my alarm saying we got like 5 minutes. Sorry. All right. Whether it be friendships, family, I don't care who it is, jobs, whatever. I'm going to protect my mental state because you guys have seen with depression and stuff happen with people killing themselves over the past year or so. These things are real. So I protect my mental sanity at all costs. So having that guard up protects me, but it also keeps out the person who God has sent for me. Hopefully, hasn't kept him out. He's just somewhere around here roaming. But but yeah. So just having that, I agree. Having that balance of protecting yourself, being guarded, but still being open to what God has for you is important.
I think we're so quick to cut people off or. I can make one mistake and you're done. And instead of just being able to communicate about what happened and being able to hear the other person's heart and just being able to discern whether or not they're genuine. Was that a true mistake, or are they trying to play me? We're like, cut them off, we're done. And I'm like,
That's me.
Are you serious? Like,
with a guy a long time. This was
No,
years ago.
don't even finish it.
Wait,
She was years ago. And he was so into her. And he wanted to visit her and see her. And she texted me and my husband, don't want no more dealings with him because of the color of his shoelaces.
They were orange, okay?
You can change that. Like, it really can get character, integrity. This man wanted to spend time with her, and she is focused on his shoelace color. I could have come and choked her. I could not, and she blocked him, blocked his phone number. And I'm like,
I was in my 20s. I have evolved and I have grown since then, but I realized that. But yeah, that time that was dumb. But it was in the 20s. That's what you're supposed to be. Everybody, you know.
No. Younger experience, we make mistakes, but she was so, instead of saying, you know, I really like you, but the color of your shoelaces really just, it does not do it for me. So how about just putting some white shoelaces or black shoelaces? Like, she could have communicated that to him. He might have been taken aback. You know, like, is this heifer
20s.
talking about my shoelaces? But
okay.
yes, I could not believe that when she told me. I'm looking like, this girl is crazy.
We learned and we grew.
Yes, that's true.
All right, so we're going to go to the last question. Okay. Do you think good Christian black men exist?
Yes, I do. I do think good black Christian men exist. But the issue is, because they're black, because they're Christian, and because they go to church, women open themselves up too much to them. We have to understand, even as our brothers in Christ, that they are on a path also. So if all of us are supposed to be connected to Christ, when you meet someone in the church, have you been prayerful about it? Have you seen him working in the church? Does he bear fruit? When he's on Instagram or Facebook, what kind of things do you see? What do people say about him? But the fact that he's in the church, hallelujah, God sent me this man, and he may be just starting in his walk, and being in a relationship would be a distraction. He's not ready yet.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, if he's in the church, check, let's get married.
That's it.
And I think, like any other relationship, we need to take our time. We need to be prayerful about it. And we need to see fruit. Like, make this man work just as if somebody was out in the world. He needs to work, he needs to pursue you. But I think sometimes we want to be married, and because he's a Christian, then he is ready. No, he's a Christian man, but he grew up without his father in his home. So he needs to be brought up, and he needs to be encouraged and strengthened by the other men in the church. Give him a chance to grow. He may have dealt with things like pornography or lust, and he needs to be healed of those things. So he's struggling just as we are, but we put them on this pedestal, thinking that they won't fail because you're a Christian, and that's not the case. So just as if you'd be very leery of a man in the world, you need to be leery of the man in the church, not thinking that he'd do anything wrong, but he's still a man, and he still has flesh, and we need to check him out to make sure that he's okay, and most of all, ensure that God has spoken to you, saying that this is the one for you, because we're quick to say that is the one for me.
So yeah, I think that was it. Any final thoughts or things you want to share with them?
No, just keep watching her channel, because she's super awesome. And this is probably going to be the first and the last time you'll ever see me on tape again. Well, this isn't called tape.
It's not called a tape. She's all wrong.
I'm so disconnected.
So all wrong.
But it was nice seeing you all. It was nice being here, and I love her so much. And if anybody else tries to be her best friend,
oh my gosh,
there will be trouble.
All right, guys, we're going to get out of here because we got to get her to the airport, and I also got to get a Fitbit so I cannot be fat anymore. So yeah, we got to go. You guys be blessed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Next one. Bye, guys.